Hello, my name is Roy. I started streaming Magic pretty recently, and a few days ago I had a really good run with this deck. It's called Kïrin Combo, and it's built around these two cards here, Celestial Kirin and Ugin's Conjurant. If you haven't seen this combo before, it works like this. So Kieran says, whenever you cast a spirit or arcane spell, you destroy all permanents with that spell's mana value. And Ugin's Conjurant is a spirit that has a mana cost of X. So if you cast Ugin's Conjurant for X equals 0, it triggers Kieran, and because Kieran says all permanents and not non-land permanents, it destroys all lands alongside tokens. So the deck is built to take advantage of this. To break the symmetry of Armageddon, we have these 12 cards here. We have Noble Hierarch, a mana dork, Aether Vial, which is like a mana dork on steroids, and Flagstones, which is a land that like replaces itself when it dies. These allow us to keep casting spells after Armageddon. We also have 8 tutors, Eladamri's Call, and Ranger-Captain of Eos. So Eladamri's Call works really well with Aether Vial because you can fetch a creature at instant speed and then put it into play at the same time. It's pretty cool. And then Ranger-Captain of Eos. It's a 3 mana 3/3 that lets you search for Ugin's Conjurant, and it also protects your combo from like counter spells and removal sometimes. It curves really well into Kieran, which is nice. So as the Armageddon deck, you really want to put things into play. You want to have a big board, and you also want to have a board that's bigger than your opponent. So to help with that, you have Skyclave Apparition, which sets back your opponent's board while contributing to yours, and Solitude, which is a free removal spell, super tempo positive. We can't play too many of it though, because we don't have card advantage in our deck, and we can't really afford to pitch all of our creatures to Solitude. You need some amount of firepower to back up the Armageddon with. The removal looks kind of weird, I know. The one Oust and one Prismatic Ending, but there's a reason for it. So one of the biggest weaknesses of this deck is Murktide Regents and similar cards that come down really early and are also very big. Another example is like Scion of Draco or Archon of Cruelty in the Reanimator decks. Those are cards that can't get hit by Skyclave Apparition. So we really want answers to those because our creatures are really small. Like the biggest creature in our deck is this, which is a 3/3. Not that impressive. But Oust does a lot of different things. First of all, it's an answer to those cards. It also rigs the top of our opponent's deck. So you can imagine a scenario where you cast this and then follow it up with Armageddon. And now your opponent is redrawing their creature, their big creature that they just played, but they can't cast it. So this is like preventing them from drawing lands to cast their spells. And it's also removing problematic creatures for us, which is great. And it can also answer a Ragavan on turn 1 pretty cleanly, unlike a card like Path to Exile, for example. We're playing one Prismatic Ending. We really don't want to have too many non-creature spells, which is why we only have like these two, especially because we're playing 4 copies of Thalia. Thalia is really good with Armageddon, of course, just keeps them from casting spells, also kind of steals mana from them in the early game, because every extra mana they spend on their spells is 1 mana that's being spent without contributing to the board in some way. So yeah, that's the main deck. In the sideboard, we have Burrenton Forge-Tender and Lavinia. Their main purpose is to answer Fury, because Fury is super good against us. Free spells, good for us, also good against us. Lavinia stops Solitude, and she's also really good against Cascade spells. The biggest downside of Lavinia is that they can start hard casting their elementals, right? However, since we have the Armageddon combo, that downside is like pretty much completely mitigated. So Lavinia is just super good in our deck. Forge-Tender also blocks Ragavan, which is it's nice to have. We're actually pretty good against Ragavan just because we have so many creatures. But turn 1 Ragavan can be a problem because our turn 1 plays aren't very confrontational, shall we say. So we have Rest in Peace as our preferred graveyard hate spell. I'm playing 3 Rest in Peace over any copies of Sanctifier because RIP just hits all the things we care about. Like Murktide Regent is a big problem for us, and the Murktide deck plays a lot of non-red removal spells, or sorry, non-red, non-creature spells that don't get exiled by Sanctifier and Vec. So we just want to have Rest in Peace. Phyrexian Revoker can name Yawgmoth. Brutal Cathar is more answers for Murktide, and just like more creature hate in general. Very versatile sideboard card. I end up bringing it in a lot. Mirren Crusader is for the Yawgmoth matchup. I actually haven't run into Yawgmoth yet since I put this in my sideboard. So I guess right now it's just serving the purpose of a good luck charm to keep the Yawgmoth players away. Sanctum Prelate, just a pretty good card to have in general. Can name 1 against like Murktide, Death Shadow, names 0 against Cascade decks. Just very good. And an extra Prismatic Ending. Its primary purpose is to give us extra answers to Ren and 6. Yeah, that because Ren and 6 is really bad against, or really good against us. Bad for us. So yeah, that's the deck. If you want to get a more in-depth look at it, I've written a really extensive primer. It's linked in the description. You can go check that out. You can learn everything there is to know about this deck, everything you need to know, everything you don't need to know. Yeah, just everything. So yeah, this was a really fun league, a really interesting league, and I hope you enjoy it. If you do enjoy the video, leave a thumbs up. Also, come hang out with me at twitch.tv/RoyHerg. My stream schedule is kind of like wacky right now, but if I do stream, it's gonna start at 2 p.m. CST or 3 p.m. CST, or around there. All right, let's go. Okay, here we go. Seems good. It's a little heavy on mana sources though. Oh, I'm gonna lead on Vial. We could go Prismatic Ending this turn, but if they're just putting a 1-drop in play, I think that's okay. I would rather have my Vial active. So we're gonna ending the Vial after playing our land. Thalia. No, we can play Thalia next turn. So we ending the Vial after we play the land, in case they have Curse Catcher. Oh, that's not good. Oh, okay, we'll Skyclave it next turn. New plan. That's not ideal though. So they have a Mutavault. I would like to draw Celestial Kirin one of these turns. Okay, they're gonna bounce it. Alright. At this point, it might be better to just Skyclave this. We could also go for Captain plus Giver. Just try and get something into play. Because Giver shuts them down. Oh, I guess it's not by that much, because they could start island walking over stuff. If we're playing for the combo, then we want to Skyclave this card. Because this is really good against Armageddon, of course. I don't currently have the combo in hand though. They only have 1 card in hand. Granted, they also have this. Okay, no 2-drop. They don't tick up. If they don't attack with the Mutavaults, they'll be going for this probably. It's violent. Okay. I guess they must have had this Odawara in hand, and they just drew this because they didn't tick up the vial. Yes. Ooh, Giver's pretty good. So we can go Ranger double Giver, or we can Ranger for Conjurant. Sorry, we have this vial. Okay. So I think I'll go like this. Play the Ranger. Get the Conjurants. Play Thalia. Now we have a pretty big board. Can't attack yet, unfortunately. But this is working out pretty well. Still not ticking up. Spreading Seas that. Okay. They do attack. I'm just gonna stick everything in front of this. Wait. Can become 5/4, so we just need to put 2 things. And this does say 2, yeah, it says 2 other. I think this is good. I don't know why I vowed this in. I didn't need to do that. Attack for 4. And I'm just gonna play this Conjurant at this point. They're still not ticking it up. It's interesting, because they probably play 4 of these, some of these. And they're playing Kira? Why aren't you taking this up? Okay. My sideboard is not very prepared for creature decks still. Lavinia. This stops Subtlety and Force of Negation. She's probably better than Thalia, at least. Prelate on 3 stops Force and Dismember, which could be relevant. Cut 1 Ranger in this matchup. 1 Revoker seems fine. Wait, I have to cut 2 more? Oh my. Okay, we'll keep the Revokers out. And there. This is also pretty mana heavy, like the other hand, but it also has Boseiju. Okay, no turn 1 Vial. That's a really good draw. Okay, we'll play Vial. They could force this. They choose not to, or they don't have it. Maybe it would have been fine to leave Thalia in. If they're playing Petty Theft, probably playing Dismember. That is an island now. Boseiju Hierarch. I maybe should have played this instead, but that would expose my Temple Garden. So this is fine. Oh, they're playing Threads? Okay. I think Thalia might come back in. Good thing they didn't take this one though. That would have been bad. That's good. Just attack. They can't Spreading Seas this, which means I'm guaranteed 2 white sources next turn. I can cast this. Resolves. Next turn we can combo if they don't bounce our Vial. Okay, here's a Master. And I kind of want to draw another land. Yeah, so I won't fetch end of turn. That's good. Is that better than casting the combo this turn? I can probably find 2 lands down the road. I think I'll be able to. We'll see if this resolves first. Okay. Yeah, it was important not to do this first, because they could have subtletied the Kirin if they knew, or they might have subtletied the Kirin if they knew that I had the combo in hand. So here I'm just gonna cast it. This gets rid of my islands, so they won't be able to attack unblockably. Opponent says, "Wow, that was sick." I'm glad people still enjoy when this happens, even if they're on the opposite side of it. I'm excited to go to F&M next week. It'll be my first time going since... Is this black? Yeah, it's black. Yeah, it'll be my first time going since last year. Opponent's asking what deck this is now. So Tick Up would let me play this Kirin. I don't think I need to. If I draw a land, I might not even play it. I did not draw a land. But we'll go attacking here. Because if they... Wait, 6-4... Yeah, this should be fine to attack here. Maybe I should have ticked it up. Yeah, if they double block, I'll be able to kill both of them because the master, I would order it so the master dies first, and then this would lose its buff, and it would have 1 damage marked on it. So at end of turn it would die, or not even end of turn, just after damage, it would just die. Wait, he has he has clams on his butt. So that's what underwear looks like in the bottom of the sea, huh? Oh, 2 lords is not good. That is in fact very bad for me. They attack for 6, I'm dead next turn. Okay, they go like this. This also makes me dead next turn. I need to draw a Skyclave. That works too. Maybe I should have ticked up. Would have been a little better, but that's okay. So we attack with this, the block here. I think I'll just attack with this one. And then maybe try and blow them out in combat with a block plus Solitude. Dismember would be really bad. Kind of seems like they might have Dismember. Okay. They didn't cast it there. If they do, they seize their own land. Because I haven't played any. Oh, they found a Mutavault. So that's 4 damage. I could trade. Yeah, I guess I should have been ticking this up. But at this point, it doesn't matter too much. They could have subtlety. I should have done this first. Whoops. Okay, it resolved. There's no difference. This one looks cooler. Opponent said nice. I don't think I'll take out at this point. Yeah, let's go. We're getting there. We can Skyclave this Threads. I don't know how good that is, but we could do it. Silvergill Revealing Master. It's an interesting way to tap, but I guess they want to attack this turn. 2 Odawaras. Second Master. So that makes it a 4-4. So I will just put this Skyclave into play. Exile this. I could have attacked with this. Oh well. I think this is a little better. Just having the blocker. A 2-2. A 3-3. Does he swing out? He doesn't. This isn't lethal. But I guess I'll block anyway. just in case. I don't know what they could play. They can't cast Dismember. Yeah, I don't need to cast this yet, since I have the second one in hand. They do have Petty Theft. Okay. Cast this. And then I still won't play my land. Because first of all, it deals damage to me. And secondly, it gives them a Spreading Seas target. Opponents is saying stuff in chat. This hand is... Wait. They mulligan. This hand is really bad against like Death Shadow. But okay against like Tron. Oh, we're on a draw. We'll draw a land. Okay, it's not Tron. Zoo, okay. Some kind of zoo deck. Probably 5-colored domain. Because that's like what most of them are these days. Oh, red and 6 would be absolutely terrible here. That would be very bad. Please don't do it. No. No. Okay. Well, they could still have it. Red. Goblin Guide Bolt. Okay. Give me a land, please. Oh, okay. Still kinda in it. Go oust this. Then play Hierarch. I'm not blocking, of course. They reveal Eiganjo. That is a removal spell, but I have a better one in my hand. Okay, they have Tribal Flames. I think I need to play Skyclave here. We know they have a Nakado on top. This Horizon Canopy is super bad here. It's omega bad. The other line is Eladamri's Call plus Thalia, which would block the Goblin Guide, unless they have a Lightning Bolt. Yeah, I'll just take the safer line, I think. Play Giver just to... so we have something to stop this Nakado. Okay, Manamorphose, maybe. Okay, just Nakado. Which they drew this turn because of Oust. Okay, that's quite good. News to pass on to everybody. Oh. I shouldn't sing. I know I'm gonna sound stupid on the VOD afterwards. So we can play Flagstones to get a land that doesn't hurt us. We can get Solitude with this card, but I don't think we need it. Let's just go for Conjurant. Play the second Flagstones. Yes. I'll just get Temple Garden here. So we have another green source. Play Thalia. And I guess they have bolts in their hand. Okay. So we're dead to a second bolt. Which happens sometimes. Do be like that. We found a land. Looks like they don't have it. What? I mean... Oh... Okay, if they have a pump spell, we want to block with everything. Because I don't know what they have. But if they have like a trample pump spell, that'll be very bad for us. So I'm just gonna put this guy in front. Or this gal, I suppose. So the way protection works with blocking is whatever order they assign, the damage is dealt equal to their toughness. So if I gave this guy protection, he would be dealt 2 damage. He would die. Well, he wouldn't die, but he would be dealt 2 damage. And if this has trample, it would be the rest of it would be dealt to the next creature, etc. 5-color. Okay, Teamer Battle Rage. So this has double strike, but not trample. Okay. Well, I will just protect my Thalia then. Pro green. And this should be wraps, I think. Because Thalia makes it really hard for them to do much um, after Armageddon. I guess there isn't much difference between 2 and 3 life. So I'm going to play this Kirin, then Eladamri's Call. After this, goodbye. I think they conceded. Nice. This matchup probably want Prismatic. They're 5 color, Tribal Flames, possibly Domain. I mean, Tribal Flames is a domain card, but they might also play Sino Draco and Territorial Kavu. They might play Fury in the sideboard. I don't think I should bring that in though. Prelate might actually be good, but I don't think she's better than Thalia. We can also bring these 3 in. Giver isn't too good, so we can cut one of those. I think we want to keep most of our combo, not all of it, just because it's kind of slow. We probably do want these. Something like this, maybe? Yeah. This is pretty slow. This Eladamri's Call is quite bad. But the odds are high they'll bolt this. And if we draw Aether Vial on turn 1, this hand would be great. So I will keep it. The Coddle. They didn't get Stomping Ground or the other one, which is interesting. We'll just fetch a duel on turn 1. Really, you're attacking for 1? That's a yikes. One land, one keep, I guess. Oh boy. Yeah, I'll fetch just to get fewer shop lands in my deck. Why? So we could play like any of these 3. I don't see like a big need to play Thalia this turn if they just have 1 land. Might be good to play Eladamri's Call this turn. Or just get another mana generator in play. Call can get Solitude if need be. Because I feel like they're getting really far behind. Pretty bold of them to keep a 1-lander on the play in their zoo deck that relies on having like multiple lands in play. I'll just get rid of this. I should have played Ranger-Captain instead. Small mistake. But I think we're gonna be good. I'm gonna be greedy. No, we won't be greedy. Just play Ranger-Captain. Giver, okay. I think that was just a bad keep from them. Must have been a good hand though, I guess. If they would have drawn a land. But they didn't. And now we're 2-0. So all is good in the world. Seems good. They're playing first. Humans? Ooh. I might just play Giver next turn. Just to get double Giver online as soon as possible. Okay, they have... Okay, I guess I'm not doing that, actually. This is until your next turn. Not until opponent's end of turn. Attack for 4. Probably have to Skyclave the Reflector Mage. I don't really want to, though. Charming Prince? Yikes. Oh, they just... Did they scry? Yeah, they scried. Interesting. You know, it might actually be better to just play 2 Givers this turn. Take 4 again, and then Skyclave next turn. Gonna Boseiju their land, so they don't have a redraw. And then I'm gonna not block this turn. Kinda risky, but it'll probably be fine. And then we have some Skyclaves. Giver's gonna lock down the ground next turn. Unless they have more of these. Okay, they have their own Thalia. Let's go Skyclave, the Reflector Mage. Actually, Skyclave the Hierarch. I think that's gonna matter more later on. We can just block. I might just exile the other Hierarch with this Skyclave. I don't know if that's like just bad. It might be, but at the very least they're not attacking on the ground for a while. So I kind of value just cutting off some of their mana. I mean, it's not that useful right now, but it might be later if we find the Armageddon combo. Meddling Mage, unfortunate. I can't imagine them naming Skyclave. They don't know what they're playing against. Why would you attack? Okay. Just double block, I guess. Interesting. Well, I think this will just like let me eat both of them. Or eat this Charming Prince. Okay, that was just a big punt. I don't know why they did that. Hit the garden. Oh, that's really good. Yeah, so I don't care about this. No attacking yet. What does this say? Oh, so that's why they did it. Okay, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. They're gonna Reflector Mage. Oh no, they're just gonna Scry, probably. This can't attack? Wait. Can't attack or... Okay. They have a lifelinker, which is pretty good for them. I think I will fetch Plains. Okay, this lets me attack. Eiganjo is really good here. Can get basically anything on their side of the field here. They could attack here. I do have the Eiganjo, but if they swung out, they could get quite a bit of damage in. So maybe I shouldn't have attacked with this. Maybe I should have attacked with this instead. Because this can eat both of these without needing to get protected. Okay, Charming Prince. Just gonna scry. Probably looking for a lieutenant. Not finding much, huh? Kirin is great. I'm just gonna hold back my Thalia to block. But yeah, this Kirin lets me start attacking upstairs. Or in the sky. There's a lieutenant. Lots of damage. I hope they attack with this thing. That would be great for me. Okay, so we've got options. I think I want to trade this Thalia. Double block here seems fine. And let them have one token. And I think I'll go here. And then I'll give this one and one of these protection. And now, if we draw a Conjurant, we can play it for 2 to wipe their board. That's a Conjurant. Nice. We did it! And that's how that matchup goes. Yeah, they just named the wrong thing with Meddling Mage, which is understandable. Bring this in. Ending. Revoker can name Aether Vial. We do have our own Aether Vials, but it can be useful. I kind of like Thalia just as a first strike blocker. Green Crusader is a double striker though. So we can go like this. Revoker can also name Hierarch. Cut one Ranger because it's pretty slow. It is a combo piece, but we do have 7 copies still, not counting Eladamri's Call. And one Revoker could go a pretty long way. Seems good. They have Hierarch again on turn 1. Get Plains. Giver. If they have Reflector Mage on the play again, on turn 2, oh my god. No way. Oh. Hierarch lets me play Skyclave and Giver next turn. Eladamri's Call this turn is probably still better though. Maybe. This gets blown out by a second Reflector Mage. And I do have 3 mana for next turn without this Hierarch in play. So I think it's okay to just pass and take 3 here. It's a Pyre. Okay. Oh. Fuck. That was a mistake. Well. Pyre is good to know about. And that's really bad. That is super bad. Is this sorcery? Yeah. Well, that's awkward. Name the Pyre. I should have probably taken the Reflector Mage, but it's okay. It's okay. Okay, I thought it was Torok for a second. That's scary. Block here. Okay, we'll see what they have here for 4 mana. Yawgmoth, okay. Good to know about. I'll just get rid of this Yawgmoth. I think I have to chump. I definitely have to jump. Why do they tap like this? Oh, they wanna, okay. Good line. Yeah, I could have played that better, for sure. So if they're a Pyre deck, we probably want Revoker. Captain's still a little slow. Yeah, this is probably good. We get to be on the play this time, which is nice. Keep this. Okay. They just pass. I'm not gonna fetch. Okay. Go Forest Hierarch. So I want to set up Kïrin for 1 and 3. So I'll tick up to 3. Okay. We're still good because we have Skyclave. They name Giver instead of my combo piece. That's interesting. Okay. They knew. So I need to draw a 3rd land next turn. Oh. I probably could have Brutal Cathar this and then played. Whatever. Hopefully they don't have removal for this Aether Vial. Okay. I really need to draw a land next turn. I kind of want to just take this. Kind of scary. There's so many lines. Oh boy. So I could Skyclave the Vial. I could hold the Skyclave and then try and draw a land and play Kïrin. I could Vial in the Brutal Cathar. The reason to vial in the Skyclave is to get this vial. Do I want to do that? They do activate. They have Reflector Mage. That's an interesting decision. Okay. Oh boy. Think I have to tick up here? Oh. Okay, Oust is really good. I don't know if it'll save me, but it's helpful. And play this for 2. F6 check. Okay. I think they're holding up Dismember. This is really tough. Zero. If I cast the combo this turn, I have 1 mana left. My brain is too small for this. Okay. As long as I'm not dead this turn, I think I should be okay with this. Wait, am I dead this turn? Or I go to 1. 8, 9, 10, 11. 2, 3. I don't know if I don't think this is right, but I'm doing it anyway. I'm not gonna attack next turn anyway, so I'm not gonna do that. Okay. So Violin Kïrin plays Skyclave. Skyclave blows this up. Skyclave eats this one. Man, I think I played this so wrong. Play the land. Play Skyclave. The problem with this is that I'm at 2 life. So I take the big one. And I play this for 1. Now I have 3 blockers. Still kinda rough. He drew a Reflector Mage this turn. Just jump. I'm gonna play this for 2 next turn. Or I could just play Brutal Cathar and go for Giver. That's another option. I'll do that actually, because I think that wins the game. I should have casted the Conjurant first. That was almost a huge punt, but they didn't have the thing that punishes me for that, so we're okay. Ooh, yeah. That's a really tricky matchup. I think they punted by not naming Ugin's Conjurant with the Meddling Mage. It's working though. Okay. 3-0 somehow. We just haven't run into elementals yet this league. Hopefully we don't ever again. Yeah, the humans matchup is really interesting. You have to try and maximize your board wipe combo more than Armageddon. Okay. This is a good hand. On the draw again, of course. Lands are kind of painful too. Oh, that's a good draw. What we play next turn depends on what our opponent does. This kind of looks like the Esper Food deck. I don't know what else plays Spellbomb. Or no, I don't know what other like blue-black deck plays Spellbomb right now. Okay. I should probably just get rid of this cookbook right away. Next turn we can go double Eladamri's Call. Or cast Thalia. They just don't discard. Solid decision. Are they gonna push the... Okay. They just go for the draw. Might be beneficial to go for Eladamri's Call plus Thalia next turn. They discard Emry. So they have a 2/4 now. They do have a land. Do they have Unearth? They do. Yikes. Oh, wow. Those are some good hits. Okay, I'm glad we got rid of the cookbook. Maybe playing Thalia would have been better in hindsight, but it's okay. We could Eladamri's Call right now, just to limit their information. But if I draw a Kirin, I would rather do that. So, alright. I'm not sure how important it is to get this Thalia into play this turn. They don't yet have a cookbook. And casting Call then Thalia would let them connive as well. So what I might do is Eladamri's Call for Solitude. Let's get Kirin and then pass and call on their turn. They could maybe win from here. They would need to do a lot of things, but wait, let me think. They could go like cookbook, connive. Okay, I guess they can't do that now. I was thinking they could like loot away a manufactor and then play a cookbook, etc. Play the time sieve from the graveyard, unearth the manufactor, but I'm not sure what to do with this Eladamri's Call. So we could be ultra greedy and play Kirin next turn and then try and set up Skyclave to get rid of this stuff. But I don't know if I have that long to live. What we could do is get get the Skyclave, cast the combo this turn, and then go for a Skyclave the turn after. They get to connive. I'm gonna play this Windswept Heath. Also, I get to search anyways. Discard Daredevil. We can get planes. They likely have at least one land in hand. So this is maybe a short-lived advantage. The hope is that they didn't find a cookbook. They're drawing 2 cards a turn. But at the very least, I will get to wipe their board. Again, unless they find Asmo cookbook. I guess they can't cast cookbook off of Asmo. Or after they play Asmo this turn. Okay, there's a cookbook. They make mana. I'm gonna auto yield to this. So they look at my library. I haven't fetched yet. I plan on fetching planes. Because I want to keep some of my duels in my deck. They do play Asmo. I think I have to kill this Ledger Shredder with the Skyclave though. Because otherwise it's gonna beat me down. This Asmo is gonna be a big problem. Unless I can find Conjurant like right now. Alright. I have to cast the Skyclave. I should have attacked with this one first. Oh well. They have 7 cards in their hand, dude. I guess I let them have Emry too long, maybe? They're gonna have 9 cards in their hands. Oh man. This line might have been just not good enough. Maybe the problem was I should have played Thalia on turn 2 instead of this Skyclave. Because all this came off of that Ledger Shredder on turn 3. Yeah, we're in bad shape here. I would have liked to draw that last turn. Okay, game 2. We do get a lot better post board because we have Rest in Peace and stuff. 2 Revokers. Another Prismatic Ending. The problem is, I don't know what to take out. I think they're gonna bring in Thoughtseize if they have it. So Vial is probably worse. Oust isn't great. I think it's correct to ditch some Eladamri's Call as well. We can bring in the Brutal Cathars just for more removal. Might be better than Eladamri's Call. In this case, I think I'm good with this. They are an Urza Saga deck, which makes me kind of want some Eladamri's Call, but oh, this has no turn 1, but it's otherwise okay. Don't auto yield in case they play Pithing Needle. Okay. I would have liked that on turn 1, to be honest with you. Shredder is so good. Oh man. Discarded Marsh Flats to the Shredder. That's such a good draw. Oh my lord. Okay. Still in it. Let's see. This saga might be a problem. Unless I draw a Kirin sometime soon. Land next turn would be perfect. Kirin would be fine as well. Okay. Play Ranger-Captain. Get Conjurant. Play Giver. Now we're set up to cast the combo next turn if we top deck a Kirin. They did not get the Spell Bomb. The blue one. What's it called? Aether Spell Bomb? That would have let them bounce the Revoker. Okay. Okay, they're gonna ending the Revoker now. And maybe could have prevented that. We really want to draw Celestial Kirin. They didn't discard. Okay. I'm going to try and set up a roadblock on the ground with these givers. Just to stall for some time. 5/6. They can make 2 6/6s. Or bigger. They could also get bigger. But I have 3 blockers. Huh. This is really tense. I don't have lethal next turn. Unless they swing out and just ignore everything on my board. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. It might be good to sack a Ranger-Captain here, but I'm not going to. Don't play another cookbook, please. Bone Shards. Okay. So I'll give this one protection. They discarded Asmo. Okay. Revoker is very good here. They have 2 blockers up. I don't think I can swing out. I think I need to play this. Play the Hierarch. I'm not attacking this turn, because their dudes are huge. I really need to draw Celestial Kirin. If I draw it, I win the game here. Civ. Alright. You go attacking. Really? What? Wait, what? Am I missing something? I mean, I just blocked 2, right? I don't even need to block this one. I mean, I should probably block that one. Why'd they attack with this? I'm so confused. This still gives me 8 power? What? Okay. Interesting. I'll take it though. I'll take it. Do I want this? They're so bad without a Vial. But Armageddon is so good against Urza Saga. Prelate's kind of slow on the draw. Yeah, I'll cut a Prelate. Sure. Come on. Come on, 4-0. Come on. Give me a rest in peace. Oh, this is... It has Revoker, but nothing else really. Thalia is a lot worse on the draw. This just doesn't have anything going on. Okay. Put back the Canopy, I think. Come on, one drop. Please. Oh no. Oh, okay. I thought they were gonna Thoughtseize. I'm not sure if I'm playing Thalia next turn. Shredder plus Cookbook. Scary. Discard Time Sieve. Oh, this could go so wrong in so many ways depending on which one I play. I think I'm gonna go for the combo since they have this Urza Saga out. I'm not sure if it's correct to do so. So a Conjurant here. I'm gonna try and Skyclave this Shredder right now. Okay, they just tap for mana. And I do need to get rid of the Shredder because it's just flying and it's huge and it's gonna get to Connive next turn. I'm okay with them making tokens. They can do that. Unless they have Thoughtseize, then I'm sad and toast. And yeah, lots of other things too. I hope they make another token right here. That would be best for me. Looks like they're floating mana instead, which makes sense. They don't get a second cookbook, so they probably don't have Daredevil yet. They bobble instead of doing anything else. Oh boy. Okay. So we can play Thalia and just try and go after their mana, but they have a Manufacturer in player. I think I should get rid of this. They do activate the cookbook. Okay. Discarding Prismatic Ending. It might have been good to play Thalia last turn, but I figured with the Manufacturer out, they could just like discard cards and make mana. I can take 6 here. Ooh. No second spell is very good for me. Although I'm gonna trigger it this turn. Will I trigger it this turn? I could just not. I could go with Thalia Ranger-Captain. Just try and get some stuff into play. Because this kills the token, these. They're still left with a Springleaf Drum, Cookbook in play. I'm very far away from casting this and this. Alternatively, I could just play Thalia and make life a little harder for them. I could play Ranger-Captain and prevent them from playing anything on their turn. Is that good? Is that worth? I can also play Conjurant for 1. You know, maybe I'll do that. I'll play Ranger-Captain, sack it on their upkeep, get a second Conjurant. I might just be getting lost in the sauce here. I'm not sure. It's highly likely that I'm just getting lost in the sauce here. 6. Possibly 7. Okay, not 7. I should have played the land last turn. Fuck. Hopefully they don't draw a Fatal Push here, because I want to cast this for 1 as well. Or maybe I want to just hold it and cast it for 2. They discard a land. Interesting. Okay, they draw. Okay, that makes sense. So if I play this Conjurant for 1, that will keep me, I won't be able to get rid of this Ledger Shredder, but I think that's just okay, because they didn't discard, like, a thing. Okay. they might have punted by discarding that land instead of, like, something else. Because now they have just 1 mana available, and my board is a lot bigger than theirs. Of course, they could have, like, Mishra's Bauble ×2, or, like, land plus something plus Mishra's Bauble, and then this guy just stonewalls my creatures forever. I think that's Bone Shards. Kind of, yeah. No Bauble would be perfect. Okay. Oh, still alive. Thalia. I got the cooler art. That's good. Very important that we drew the cooler art Thalia there. No forest left. I'm just gonna get plains. I don't want to risk it. They have a land. Oh, yes! Yes! Let's go! Nice, okay. Okay. 4-0. I was so sure that I was just misplaying that entire time. Okay, will we get the 5-0? Let's get it. Come on. Come on, Tron. Give me Tron. Ledger Shredder is so good, man. That card is nuts. Against my deck in particular. Because, like, the biggest thing in here is this card, which is a 3/3. So you connive once, which is like almost guaranteed to happen if I cast this combo. It just can't attack through it ever. That's a big deal because that's how I win the game. But you know, sometimes it just works out. Sometimes it just works out. Oh, here we go. Please be Tron. Please be on the play versus Tron. On the play versus Tron. Come on. Okay, I don't know if I've won the die roll once in the last, like, however many matches. It's Kahira. I might keep this hand versus Kahira. Vial, Thalia. It's so... There's nothing going on, though, is the only problem. I think I'll keep it. Turn 1 Vial is pretty good against control. Okay, it's not a great draw. Oh, I shouldn't have played that land. Whoops. That was the wrong one. Because they have Spreading Seas. Oh. It's Lotus Field. Okay. I'm not sure how this matchup is. I mean, it's like probably evenish. Of course, it's a control deck either way, but does this deck play Teferi? I don't believe so. I'm still gonna play Thalia right now to keep them from playing Blood Sun on turn 3. But I really need to draw some action here. Really need to draw some action. Sure. Solitude into March. Okay. They just went for it. Yeah, I'll just pass here. Try and get them to play like Blood Sun plus Lotus Field. That would be... I think that would be good for me. Since they don't know what they're playing against yet. No land. Please? I maybe should have played the Giver instead, but the odds are high they have like Solitude or something here. Solitude or Fury. Givers would be very good for us in that case. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, it's this deck, so we're left with a Blood Sun in play, which I think favors them. So maybe I should have just played the Giver. Hard to say. Okay, that's that's a start. Actually, I think I just need lands. I'm gonna play this for 1. No, I'm not. I don't think 1 is good enough. Alright. This might be a long one. They have more lands in their deck though. Oh boy. Oh. Okay. I don't have any fetch lands. Or I can't play fetch lands. I should play this. I thought I would draw a second land and at least cast this for 2, but guess not. This situation definitely favors them. Because they can use all these lands way better than I can. Or all their cards way better than I can. I guess I should have played that earlier. Okay. Guess we're doing this. This is so scuffed. I should have trusted my gut and played that Conjurant. Oh no, they did it. Okay. Oh. GG. That's probably just the end. Yeah. Unfortunate. But that's how it goes sometimes against these decks. Alright. We have Prelates, which can name 5. We have Lavinia, which is very good against them. Revoker is good against the Teferi. You know what? Let me look up let me look up a Lotus Field deck just to make sure I'm sideboarding okay. I guess they're not playing the Sharknado anymore. And they just have 4 March 4 ending. I don't think I should cut Aether Vial, even though they do have marches and prismatic endings and stuff. Yeah, so the only thing this can hit is Blood Sun, which is like somewhat relevant to be fair. Oh, I don't need Solitude. Actually, it might be good to have Solitude in the deck, just because they do end up hard casting Furies and Solitudes. But maybe I should just be playing to win here. Because if they're hard casting those, I'm probably not in a position to win the game. Anyway, we'll do this. I would like to play first. Okay, this is okay. If they don't have Prismatic on turn 1. Or turn 2. We don't want turn 2 either. Okay, that's good. Play Thalia. Okay, they do this, of course. Hierarch was a good draw there. That lets me play Lavinia. Land is decent. Okay. So Lavinia, to stop the Solitude stuff. Revoker, naming Big Teferi, I think. There. If they answer this, we have another one. But damage could be too big if they have like Prismatic this and then Fury, but they don't, which is good for us. Four damage would be 7 next turn if I play this Conjurant now. But if I draw Kirin, I would probably win the game. 7 puts them on a 3-turn clock. So I guess I can make the decision next turn. I'll play this land. They can start hard casting next turn. Then untapped land. I think I should play this for 4. Because it can beat Fury that way. I guess they have Solitude. So what's better against hardcast Solitude? Attacking with all or just this one? If I attack with all, they get to eat this. I can attack with this one and this one. Then I could just play the other one. Oh, they have a March. Okay. Hallowed Fountain. Might have been better to get Temple Garden. Because I don't have that many green sources. But I also don't need that many green sources necessarily. That's strangely, that is a good draw. Okay, they just take it. Does this deck play Verdict? I know they do sometimes, but I have a feeling this is probably what I should do. My instinct tells me casting Ugin's Conjurant for 6 is the answer. It worked. Alright. Next. So does anything change from what we've learned about their deck? They do cast Kahira a lot. We'll just submit. This is getting Fountain for sure. If they have March or Ending, it is what it is. But they don't. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Everyone stay calm. Oh my god. If they play Blood Moon, I want to play this after this. I don't know how much it matters though. So we can hold up Eladamri's call here. And then just go for Lavinia next turn. Because playing it now kind of runs into a removal spell of some sort. Get a Kirin. Activate Vial. Hierarch in. Stay calm. It's oh my god. Okay, my heart is going so fast. Revoker names hero. We could just get blown out by Fury here. That could just happen. Are they just not gonna do anything? Am I... What is happening? Okay, the way we lose is if they... Wait, what does this say? Can't cast non-creature spells with mana value greater than the number of lands. So they can't cast Cryptic Command. Yeah! We got it! Hey! Ooh! Yeah, that's my first time ever 5-0ing with this deck. I've come very close. Back when Amulet Titan was like really popular, right after the Lurus ban. I decided to hop on for a weekend, and I was just farming Titan players. I got a bunch of 4-1s, but never once gotten a 5-0 with it. So this is pretty cool. We ran into some, I mean, a bunch of not elemental decks, which is how we did this. But you do love to see that. If people start playing this later, you can thank me. All me, baby. All right. Sweet.